My beloved, do you realize just how near you truly are? Not just to me, but to your breakthrough, your healing, your freedom. You feel weary, forgotten, surrounded by silence. But listen closely, this silence is sacred. It is not my absence, it is my invitation. Because in this very moment, I am drawing the veil back. What has felt like delay is divine design. You are standing on the edge of something eternal. The very breath you're taking right now is drenched in purpose. And if you stay, if you don't scroll, if you don't turn away, you will hear my voice. Not through thunder, not through fire, but in the still, soft whisper that says you are not lost, you are not alone. You are closer to me than you've ever dared to believe. So stay, listen, lean in. This isn't just another message, this is me, speaking directly to you. And by the end, you won't just know I'm near, you'll feel it in your very bones. You may wander through seasons of waiting, questioning whether I have moved on, but in truth, I have never left your side. Your heart is a compass that points toward home, though sometimes its needle spins wildly amid the winds of worry and weariness. Still, my presence is not found in distance, but in depth. You are closer to me than your next breath, closer than the rush of blood in your veins, more intimate than the quiet hopes you hide deep within your heart. In those moments when you feel apart, I am weaving threads of mercy around you, threads so delicate they seem invisible, yet they hold unshakable strength, the strength that steadies you when you stumble. Do not be deceived by the shadows that whisper, "You are alone." For my love enfolds you like a cloak woven from light itself. The heavens stretch above you, but more powerfully still, I am near within the innermost chamber of your soul, closer than your own heartbeat, waiting for you to hush the noise and listen. You may wonder how this closeness remains unseen, how silence can stretch so long between us. My dear, in the waiting and the silence, the most profound conversations unfold. Not in words, but in the quiet language of trust. You are nearer to me than you realize, because every step you take toward me, no matter how hesitant or fearful, draws you deeper into my heart. It is not about perfection or speed, but the willingness to surrender to the closeness that has been prepared for you from the beginning. I am the steady shore you return to after every stormy sea. When your faith feels faint, and your soul grows heavy, I am there, constant as the rising sun that breaks over the horizon each morning without fail. You are never beyond my reach. Every sigh escapes my listening heart. Every tear that falls is tenderly gathered in the hollow of my palm. Your pain, your longing, your hopes, I carry them with compassionate hands. Turn your gaze slightly inward now. Can you feel it? A pulse beneath your pulse, warmth beneath your weariness. That is the echo of my presence, the whisper of my nearness that never fades. Sometimes it is a soft heartbeat beneath clamoring fears, sometimes a quiet voice calling gently amid your busiest moments. It is easy to mistake this nearness for silence, but my child, this silence is sacred, a space where I breathe life into your despair, hope into your waiting, and courage into your trembling heart. Do not measure your journey by what you see or do not see. Your closeness to me transcends what your eyes behold or your mind comprehends. Like roots of a mighty tree running deep beneath the earth, your connection to me is profound and life-giving. Even in doubt, I am not distant. I am the life flowing beneath every season of your soul. Let this truth settle within you. Your distance is an illusion, a veil I am gently lifting with patient hands. In the quiet, in the space between despair and hope, in your honest moments of seeking, I am there, closer than you've dared to believe. You are cradled in me, surrounded by a love that reaches beyond the stars, closer than breath or heartbeat, intimately present in every fiber of your being. Come to me with your questions, your doubts, your weariness, Do not shy away or turn your gaze elsewhere. Draw near, and I will draw closer still. The journey to me is not a long road of endless distance, but a path paved by the simple step of turning your heart toward the whisper of my voice. In that turning, you will find a closeness that will shake your world and soothe your soul. You may not feel it all at once, and sometimes you may feel far. But my child, within you beats the rhythm of eternity, in harmony with mine. As you open your heart to me, you will discover a nearness that outshines every shadow, melts away every fear, and restores every broken place. I am closer than you think, closer than you have ever dared to imagine. And I am here, waiting, full of unfathomable love for you. Will you allow yourself to believe this truth today? Will you step quietly into the presence surrounding you, felt but unseen, known but often forgotten? Come near, my dear, and breathe in the reality of my love as close as your very next breath. My dear child, I see the heaviness burdening your soul, the weight of unanswered questions, the silence stretching between your heart and mine. This tension you feel is not unnoticed. It is held gently within the vast chambers of my heart. I know the ache of your burdens, the frustration creeping beneath your skin when dawn brings no clarity and nights whisper loneliness into shadows. This is a sacred place where your vulnerability meets my enduring presence. You are not abandoned here, though it may seem so. I am with you in the silence, more intimately than words can express. There is a divine purpose to every moment of delay, even when it challenges your impatience. I am shaping your spirit in these hidden seasons, weaving strength and refinement like fire through silver. My discipline is not punishment, but a refining embrace designed to cleanse and prepare you for what lies beyond your present horizon. The tension you feel is like a taut bowstring, ready to release arrows of purpose and power at my appointed time. Do not fear the stretching or the silence. These are like deep roots growing beneath winter's snow, unseen but necessary for the blossoming to come. Imagine a canvas, my beloved, stretched wide but empty in your apprehension, awaiting the brushstrokes of my timing and wisdom. To you, the blankness feels desolate, but to me, it is fertile soil, prepared for the colors of my promises to emerge. I am painting something far more magnificent than you can envision in this season of stillness. Trust the process, for the artist does not rush the masterpiece, but waits for each layer to dry, each stroke to settle. Likewise, I patiently craft your story, drawing beauty from the raw materials of your heart's longing. In this time, surrender fully to my presence. Abandon frantic searching for answers. Instead, find solace in the quiet companionship I offer. When your spirit cries out, "No, I listen," holding your tears as treasures more precious than gold. Do not let doubt's shadows veil your awareness of my nearness. I am a refuge planted deep within your core, a sanctuary where storms cannot reach. Let the calm of my embrace soothe your restless thoughts and restore your weary heart to peace. There's a sacred rhythm to waiting I want you to learn, a rhythm teaching patience, cultivating trust, and unveiling the power of surrender. My dear, by letting go of your own timeline, you open yourself to the vastness of my eternal plan. It is like releasing a bird into the sky, trusting it to soar on winds it cannot control, but that I command. Your freedom lies in surrender, your strength in recognizing your dependence on me. I am never distant, never indifferent. I am the steady beat beneath the discord of your fears. My correction, when it comes, is gentle, not to break, but to heal, like the loving hand of a potter shaping clay with care and precision. When you sense conviction or my spirit's nudging, receive it as a sign of my unwavering love and commitment to your transformation. I am patient, yet my heart aches when you resist the healing I offer. Turn toward my voice, even when challenged, for it leads to restoration and abundant life. Let this truth sink deep within. Every step I guide you toward is holiness and joy, not condemnation. In waiting, cherish the present breath, the sacred now where I dwell. Time is a gift, each heartbeat an invitation to connect deeply with me beyond your circumstances. Lay down your burdens at my feet and take the peace I offer. I do not promise trials will vanish, but my presence makes them bearable, shaping you into a vessel of resilience and grace. If your heart stirs, do not shy from this moment of sanctification. Lean in and let my love transform tension into triumph. My dear child, the wound you carry is not failure, but a signpost on the path to intimacy with me. No place is too broken for my grace to reach. The jagged edges of pain soften under the relentless light of my compassion, shining into the darkest corners of your soul. Do not fear bringing your rawness before me. I delight in your honesty and vulnerability. Together we will walk valleys of sorrow and ascend to peace beyond understanding. Remember, you are not defined by struggles or silence endured. Your identity is rooted in my love, as constant as the stars above, whispering promises across the night sky. I have equipped you with gifts forged in the fire of waiting. Your faith is tempered, character refined, hope solidified like a rock where storms break and fall. Embrace this transformation with courage and confidence, knowing I am faithful even when you falter. Reflect on the deep well of my mercy from which you may draw endlessly. This well never runs dry, even when you feel parched. Drink deeply, beloved, and let its waters replenish your soul. My spirit flows freely to sustain and encourage you. Rest in this assurance. Every moment of tension is cherished as I craft a future bright with my glory. Trust this divine patience and anchor your heart in my everlasting love. Will you believe me this time, even when doubt shadows the horizon? My dear, as you navigate your inner complexities, grasp the unshakable foundation of your identity in me. You are not defined by fleeting judgments or harsh whispers of doubt. I called you by name before earth's foundations were laid. Your worth is anchored in my eternal love. Imagine a mighty tree planted beside a river, its roots sinking deep into the soil, drawing sustenance from waters that never dry. Even amid storms and seasons, this tree stands firm, its branches reaching for the sun, nourished by steady flow beneath. So are you, my beloved, rooted in the unchanging truth of my presence. Your spiritual identity blooms from this enduring connection, a testament to my craftsmanship and care. Do you see how often you've sought worth through achievements or approval? These are like leaves that wither and fall, unable to sustain true life. Yet I invite you to release these fragile measures and embrace a deeper truth. You are my masterpiece, fearfully and wonderfully made with intention and purpose. No one else bears your unique imprint, and that alone makes you precious beyond measure. In the quiet of your heart, hear my voice affirming you are loved, not for who you have been, but simply for who you are to me. Your value does not fluctuate with mistakes or triumphs. It is steadfast, forged in the crucible of my grace. This realization is not distant or abstract. It lives and breathes within you now, inviting rest from striving and acceptance without conditions. Still, shadows of insecurity may linger, casting doubt within your mind. You may feel not enough, that you must do more, be better, or change to earn worth. My dear child, how deeply I long for you to release these chains. They were never meant to bind you. Step into the freedom I offer, where your identity rests in the unshakable truth of my love. Remember the lilies of the field. They neither toil nor spin, yet I clothe them with beauty beyond compare. If I care so tenderly for them, will I not care for you even more? Your worth is not hidden or uncertain. It is radiant and steadfast because it is mine. Before you formed thoughts against yourself or felt broken, I declared you precious and honored in my sight. This is not just an idea, but an invitation to profound transformation. As you begin to see yourself through my eyes, doubts will loosen their grip, condemnation's voice will fade, replaced by grace and assurance. Your spirit will rise, renewed and confident, knowing you are a beloved child sealed with my love forever. So take a moment to breathe in this truth. Let it sink into your heart like gentle rain soaking dry soil. Inhale my affirmation. Exhale the seeds of doubt. This is where healing begins, at the source of your true identity. Rest here in acceptance that you are cherished beyond measure, made whole by my unending love. Will you believe me this time, my beloved? Will you choose to no longer wrestle with unworthiness, but embrace the divine truth that you are enough because I say so? This decision will open a door to new peace and joy, a life anchored not in shifting sands of human approval, but on the solid rock of who you are in me. Know I walk beside you every step. When old stories of inadequacy arise, call on me. When the world tries to define you, look to me for your true reflection. You are mine, and nothing will ever change that. This spiritual identity is your foundation, fortress, and song. Nurture this revelation, my dear child. Speak it aloud. Read it upon your heart. Share it with me in quiet moments. Let it grow like a flame that brightens the darkest nights. In this truth, find courage for any trial and strength to live boldly in your calling. Remember, you are not alone or forgotten. You carry my signature, stamped with love and purpose. Let this settle deep within, and you will discover a wellspring of peace surpassing all understanding. This peace is the fruit of your spiritual identity, the sacred inheritance I have given you, yours forever. So I invite you now to open your heart wide, accept this truth, and walk forward as the beloved child I declared you to be. Your journey is precious to me, and I am here, always ready to remind you of your worth. Let this affirmation be the melody carrying you through every moment. Your spiritual identity in me is not mere hope. It is your unchanging reality. Embrace it fully and watch your life reflect the glory of my love. My beloved, I see the quiet battles raging within you. Those moments when doubt creeps in like shadows at dusk, suffocating the light you struggle to hold. Fear is a cunning adversary, whispering lies about your worth, your future, and your very soul. It paints vivid images of failure and abandonment, weaving illusions so real that your heart trembles in response. I know these feelings intimately, for fear is no stranger to those who walk the path of the brave, those who dare to trust in me. Yet in your fear I am nearer than ever, watching over you with unwavering eyes and hands that never tire of holding you close. Understand this, my dear child. Fear and anxiety are not signs of weakness, but windows into your deepest longings and vulnerabilities. The heart that fears is a heart that cares. The mind that worries is a mind that hopes for something better. I do not rebuke your trembling. I embrace it. I meet you gently where you are, not pushing you away for your doubts, but inviting you deeper into my presence. Where you see uncertainty, I see opportunity for faith to rise. Where anxiety tightens its grip, my spirit waits to whisper peace beyond understanding. Remember the shepherd who, upon hearing the lost cry of a lamb, left the 99 safely grazing to seek the one that wandered into the wilderness. That lamb did not choose to be lost, nor wander out of frivolity or defiance. It faltered, stumbled, and feared the vast unknown, much like you, beloved, wandering through the wilds of your own heart. Yet the shepherd's voice calls to you still, clear and unwavering. I am here. Do not let fear harden your heart or chain your spirit. Come closer and listen. Let the sound of my voice calm your restless mind and soothe your wounded soul. Anxiety tells you that you must control your life, that you must carry the weight alone. But my child, I have never asked you to bear burdens beyond your strength. Like a gentle breeze moving through branches, I desire to carry your weight alongside you, to lighten your load with the promise of rest. Trusting me does not promise a path without hardship, but it guarantees you do not walk it alone. I walk beside you. When the pressure of the unknown crushes you, reach out, not for a quick fix or forced solution, but for my hand stretched wide with love and grace. In the silence of your anxious moments, when the world closes in, know that I am whispering truths no fear can silence. I am your refuge, your strong tower. No shadow of doubt, no veil of uncertainty can hide you from my presence. Even now, while your heart races and thoughts spiral, my peace flows steadily toward you, quiet, steady, unwavering. Let this peace settle deep in your bones, filling the empty spaces where fear once nested. It is not fleeting but a fortress, a sanctuary built on the sure foundation of my unchanging love. Will you open your weary heart and let this peace wash over you? Will you release the tight grip on anxieties and cling instead to my promises that never fail? Faith is not the absence of fear, but the courage to face it with me by your side. Like a mighty tree rooted in fertile soil, you can stand unwavering amid the storm. When waves of worry crash, let your roots dig deeper into the soil of my love, drawing strength no tempest can erode. Doubt will visit, sometimes a whisper, sometimes a roar. It challenges your confidence, your hope, your trust in the unseen. Yet doubt is not my enemy. It is a call to deeper seeking, a chance to wrestle with faith's mysteries and emerge stronger. Jacob wrestled through the night, bruised but unbroken. So will you. Wrestle not in despair but determination, knowing every struggle draws you closer to my grace. My dear child, walk with me through this valley of fear and anxiety. Do not rush past pain or push it aside. Face it honestly with me. Let me carry the weight of uncertainties you cannot bear. Let me teach you to breathe again, that deep, holy breath filled with trust and surrender. Together, we will transform trembling into boldness, worry into worship, fear into faith shining like morning sun through darkest night. Can you feel my presence pressing gently against your soul as loving reassurance? It is I, your God, who never leaves nor forsakes you. Even when all feels uncertain, I am your constant, your everlasting peace. Sit with me now. Breathe in my love. Let chains of anxiety fall one by one and watch your spirit soar. The journey through fear is not quick but purposeful, and I am with you every step. Let this truth settle in you. Your fear does not define you. My love surrounds and my power strengthens you. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Take my hand and step forward with courage, knowing you are held, seen, deeply cherished. Trust me simply for today, this moment, and find rest in my unchanging embrace. My beloved, I see the shadows that cloud your heart, the creeping tendrils of anxiety when night falls, the sharp sting of fear gripping your spirit as the unknown looms ahead. These feelings are real and heavy, aren't they? I know the weight they bring, the restless nights, the hurried breaths when doubts press too close. But I am here, steady and unwavering, the unshakable refuge to which you can always turn. I want to speak to you now about fear, anxiety, and doubt, not to dismiss them, but to invite you into a deeper understanding of how they intertwine with faith and trust in me, your creator and comforter. Fear often rises like a towering wave within your soul, threatening to sweep you into chaos. It feels like a storm that words of comfort or worldly distractions cannot still. Anxiety is the restless undercurrent beneath the surface, fracturing your peace and clouding your clarity. Doubt stands like a dense, shadowed forest, thick with uncertainty about my presence, my promises, or even the very path you walk. These forces may seem overwhelming, as if they wield power greater than yours. Yet, my beloved, These are not the final words of your story. They are parts of a broken narrative I have not abandoned, but chosen to enter with you. Just as a skilled artist uses dark shades to make luminous colors shine brighter, these moments of fear and doubt create the backdrop against which your faith can grow stronger and more resilient. I am the one who entered the darkest night so that no shadow, no depth of despair would ever have dominion over your heart. I understand the trembling of your soul, the quickened pulse when the future feels uncertain, the silent questions you dare not voice, and I am with you. When anxiety drives frantic searching, or doubt whispers that I am distant, remember, trust does not mean absence of these feelings. It means choosing to lean into my presence despite them. Trust is a fragile yet radiant flame you kindle within your heart when you say, "Even if I cannot see clearly, I will walk forward with you." In this surrender, you find power stronger than fear, a calm that stills storms. It is a declaration of my sovereignty over all that troubles you, and a choice to hide beneath my wings, where peace is not just the absence of trouble, but the presence of my spirit. Beloved, your fearful thoughts and anxious heart are invitations, not to denial or suppression, but to deeper communion with me. Let them be a doorway through which you call out to me, the constant comforter. Bring your doubts as you would a fragile child, not hiding them, but laying them at my feet. I do not judge your questions or falter because of your hesitations. Instead, I draw you closer, desiring you to know my faithfulness, not just as a concept, but as a living, breathing reality within you. Take a moment, child, to breathe in this truth. I am the stillness amid roaring winds, the steady light when darkness overwhelms, the endless harbor where your soul can find rest. Even when your mind races with worries about what might come or what has been lost, I have already gone before you. The future I hold is wrapped in divine love and purpose beyond your grasp. Yet I invite you to trust me with it anyway. In surrender, you find freedom. The freedom to release your grip on control, to stop fighting the waves, and to float in my embrace, carried by grace. Know this, fear and anxiety do not have the final say, because I am greater than every shadow that threatens your peace. I have woven courage into your spirit, even if it feels buried beneath layers of pain and weariness. That courage is a sacred gift waiting for you to step into it by faith. Every time you call upon my name, even softly, you build a bridge from fear to faith. Each whispered prayer is a seed planted in fertile soil prepared to grow into unshakable hope. This growth does not happen overnight. It is a beautiful, slow unfolding, a divine dance of grace and persistence. Child, I see your battlefield, and I am your champion. I do not ask you to pretend fear does not exist. Instead, I urge you to meet it head-on, with me at your side. When your heart trembles and the night feels too long, speak my name aloud or in your quietest moments. Declare your intention to walk in trust, even if your steps falter. I am the constant companion who steadies every wavering footstep. Let this truth settle deep in you. You were never meant to carry your burdens alone. I carry you gently and faithfully, and I will never let you fall. Feel my love surrounding you as an unbreakable shield. It is more powerful than any anxiety that seeks to overwhelm you. Lean into this love, rest within it, allowing it to wash over every fear and doubt. I am not distant or indifferent. I am intimately involved with every nuance of your experience. You are precious to me beyond measure, crafted with care and known intimately. The stormy seas of your emotions will not drown you, for I have calmed storms before, and I will calm yours. Will you believe me this time? Will you practice resting in my sufficiency even when your thoughts scream uncertainty? I invite you now to surrender your worries into my hands, to release striving for control, and to embrace the peace that surpasses understanding. This is not weakness, but divine courage. a testament to your trust in a love that never fails. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Draw near and find the quiet assurance that you are eternally held, forever safe. Remember always, doubts and fears are not the enemy. They are signposts pointing you toward deeper dependence on me. I meet you there, in the places where your faith feels fragile, transforming your questions and trembling into a sanctuary of hope. Your journey through fear and anxiety is not a detour from my plan, but a vital path that refines and strengthens you, teaching the beauty of resting truly in my promises. So take my hand, beloved, and step forward, knowing you walk with the God of peace, greater than every fear. Will you lean into my presence now? Choose trust over terror, peace over panic, faith over fear. Let this be the moment your heart begins to breathe freely again, wrapped in the eternal comfort of my love. My beloved, I have witnessed the heavy burden your heart carries when fear, anxiety, and doubt visit your soul, like unwelcome shadows settling deeper with dusk. They come silently, invading your thoughts, whispering lies about your worth, your future, and the love surrounding you. These are not your final story, but fleeting specters born of uncertainty, attempts to divert you from the reassurance I offer. When the winds of worry buffet your spirit, I am the rock anchoring your fears, the fortress where your trembling soul may find shelter. Remember, child, that fear does not come from me. I am the wellspring of peace, the calm amid every storm. Imagine the vast sea within you, a wide expanse where waves are tossed by tempests of anxious thoughts. The restless tides may threaten to overwhelm, but my presence is the lighthouse casting a steady beam, piercing through the darkest nights to guide you safely ashore. You are not alone amid these crashing waters. I walk with you through the swirl and surge, never abandoning, always sustaining. When doubt creeps in, asking if your steps will falter or your prayers go unheard, know that I am the silent witness to every unspoken plea, attentive to the cry of your soul. The shadows of uncertainty may lengthen, but they quickly dissolve in the dawn of my faithfulness. Your uncertainties do not diminish my plan. They are invitations to lean deeper, to trust my unwavering care despite what your eyes see or your mind reasons. Anxiety, that relentless unrest, can make your heart race against the rhythm I set for you. It can twist your breath, turning every moment into a struggle. Yet, my beloved, breathe into me. Let your soul exhale the noise of anxious thoughts. As your heart quiets, even for a single breath, you will hear the still small voice that speaks calm and courage. This voice is my spirit dwelling within you, your constant companion, whispering truth and dispelling the shadows fear breeds. I invite you to surrender the frightening possibilities your mind conjures. They are not shackles, but illusions designed to distract. Place your trust in me, as a child places their hand in a parent's, without hesitation or reserve. Will you believe me this time when I say I hold every ounce of your existence with infinite care? That my love is a fortress impenetrable by the fears wanting dominion? Know also these struggles with fear and doubt are not signs of weakness, but signs of a heart still seeking me. Even the strongest have stood trembling in my presence, questioning, searching, longing. Do not be ashamed of this journey through the valley of anxious shadows. It is a passage I lead you through, teaching you to gaze beyond human sight toward the vision of my perfect peace. I recall the story of the storm-tossed sea when even those closest to me feared for their lives. Yet my command calmed not only the waters but the hearts quaking within. In your trials, I do the same. I silence the ragged roar inside so you may rest in what lasts beyond trial. The certainty of my love, the promise of my strength. Child, anxiety is not a wall meant to imprison, but a threshold urging you to seek the refuge of my arms. I am your sanctuary when storms rise, your anchor in restless tides. Will you let me steady your feet amid tumult? Will you let my truth drown out the doubts clamoring for your attention? Let this truth settle in you. You are infinitely loved and never forsaken. No matter how heavy the waves grow, I am here, steady and sure, waiting for your hand to grasp mine, pulling you through shadows into light. Trust me to carry your fears as you learn to walk in the light of my steadfast love. Your journey is held not by chance, but by my deliberate, tender hand. Pause now, beloved, and feel the calm flowing from my presence. Breathe deeply with me, releasing the burdens weighing you down. When your heart races, remember I am the calm behind every beat, the peace beyond all understanding, ready to fill every anxious space within you. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Reach out now, not with perfect faith, but with the simple desire to trust. I want to trust you. That desire alone begins transformation, to quiet your fears and anchor you in my unshakable love. I am with you now and always, your refuge and strength in every trial. My beloved, there are times when the path ahead seems shrouded in dense fog, when familiar markers dissolve into uncertainty, and you wander in a wilderness of feeling lost, abandoned, or unseen. In those moments, I see you more clearly than ever before. Even when shadows stretch long and the night seems endless, my gaze remains fixed upon your face, and my heart swells with a tenderness beyond human understanding. Consider the sparrow that flits timidly beneath the canopy, uncertain of the next branch, unsure of the way forward, yet untouched by fear because it knows the place where I have called it to rest. In the same way, I have placed you, right in the midst of your confusion, with a secure purpose that no darkness can erase. You might feel invisible or rejected by those around you, as if your pain and your dreams pass silently through the world without acknowledgement. Yet I am the God who calls the stars by name, who counts every tear you have shed. Your existence is no accident, but a deliberate act of love, woven from the threads of eternity. Perhaps the greatest torment is the internal voice that whispers your failures, your unworthiness, your past mistakes. These voices try to convince you that you are alone, a forgotten soul cast aside by the passage of time. But I tell you, these lies cannot prevail, for I have engraved your name upon the palms of my hands. Where you see emptiness, I have planted seeds of hope. Where you meet silence, I am the gentle whisper awakening your spirit. Your wilderness is not abandonment. It is the tender preparation of your heart to move toward the fullness of my embrace. Reflect on the boy left alone on the hillside while the others went to play. His isolation was deep, the ache of loneliness palpable. But even then, as he sat with bowed shoulders and weary eyes, his story was not finished. A shepherd searched the fields, not for the mighty, but for the lost and wounded. That shepherd's voice broke through loneliness with words of belonging and value. So have I sought you when you felt no one cared, when your soul cried out in the silence of being unseen. My presence is the answer you long for, even when you have not yet perceived it. In moments when you feel walls closing in, when your heart is heavy with unspoken grief, I urge you to breathe in my peace that surpasses understanding. Do not resist the tears. They are rivers that cleanse the hidden places of your soul. I am not indifferent to your unease. Rather, I am the refuge where your weary spirit finds rest. The storm raging within you is not a sign of my absence, but a sacred invitation to lean into me more deeply, to discover that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. You may ask why the feeling of being unseen persists despite prayers poured out like water. My answer is not always immediate visibility or swift change. Sometimes I choose to be near, silent, and steady, allowing your faith to grow like roots hidden beneath the surface. Even the smallest seed requires time to break through the earth. Trust in the hidden workings of my love, for I am at work, even when the results remain unseen. Your journey is not measured by applause, but by the quiet transformation unfolding within you. Remember the widow who outlasted mockery and despair, who placed her trust in a promise that seemed distant. Her endurance was not because of her strength alone, but because she clung to the hope that I am the God who notices the smallest cries and honors silent faith. You are that widow, beloved, tested and beautiful, refined by fire, destined to rise with a testimony that shines brightly in a world desperate for proof of my faithfulness. If your heart feels broken under the weight of invisibility, come to me without reservation. Bring every wound, every ache, every place where you felt nothing but emptiness. I will fill those spaces with my glorious presence. I will paint colors of hope and purpose on the canvas of your life where darkness once ruled. My hands are not clenched fists, but open wide to catch your sorrow and draw you close. You are never outside the circle of my love. Even when the world forgets your name, let this truth settle deep within. You are seen deeply and unconditionally by the one who formed you in secret and calls you beloved. Your brokenness does not push me away. It pulls me nearer. Do not despair in lonely hours. Instead, surrender to my companionship, for I am the God who never leaves, never forsakes, and never fails. If your soul stirs amid the shadows, if even a flicker of hope dares to survive, do not turn away from me. Reach out your hand and I will take it. Rest in the certainty that you belong. Belong to me, who knows you intimately, cherishes every hesitation, and longs to reveal the radiant destiny I have scripted forever for you. You are more precious than the universe's most treasured mysteries, and I am with you always, holding you close through every valley of feeling lost. Would you trust me today to be your eyes when you see nothing, your voice when you cannot speak, your companion in the darkest night? Will you allow my love to heal the ache of being unseen, rewriting loneliness into a testimony of belonging? The journey from lost to found begins with one step. Will you take it with me? Let this invitation resonate within your heart as you walk through this wilderness, remembering your true home is not defined by what you see or feel, but by the unshakable reality of my presence surrounding and upholding you always. My beloved, as you stand at the crossroads of your journey, weighed down by doubt's darkness and anxiety's swirling storm, I see the treasure hidden in your fragile heart. You may feel lost in an ocean of uncertainty, waves crashing relentlessly, each whispering lies that steal your peace. Yet I am here, the eternal anchor beneath every tempest, holding fast to your soul. When your grip falters, doubt creeps into the corners of your mind, casting fears that erode your trust. It may seem your prayers fall on silent ground, your faith but a flickering candle fighting to push back consuming darkness. Yet, my dear child, the darkness you fear is not absence of light, but the very canvas on which I paint your unfolding masterpiece. Your doubts are not failure, but an invitation to reveal the depth of my faithfulness. Anxiety coils like a serpent within your chest, squeezing breath from your spirit and blurring the path ahead. It tells lies about your worth, your future, and my care for you. But hear my voice cutting through the noise. I am your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in the shadow's deep embrace. Your anxious heart is precious to me. I long to quiet its trembling with the peaceful assurance that my love never fades or fails. When waves rise high and the night seems endless, remember the ancient parable of storms faced by those who walk by faith. Winds howl, seas rage, yet the one who calmed the seas speaks peace over your heart. I do not promise a life without storms, but I promise a life surrounded by my steadfast presence. Your trials shape you, molding your spirit into vessels of grace and courage. Let the tempest refine, not define you. Dear one, vulnerability is not weakness, but the portal through which my strength flows. When your shield feels shattered and faith fragile, lean into me with the honesty of a small child clutching a parent's hand in the dark. I am not distant or indifferent. I am the whisper in stillness, the gentle hand reaching for you, even when you cannot see the way. Do not fear bringing your doubts before me. They are not too great for my love to conquer. There is no condemnation in my gaze when you wrestle with uncertainty. Only compassion, patience, and the promise of restoration. Just as dawn follows the darkest night, so hope arises from the depths of your distress. Remember, faith is not absence of doubt, but choosing to trust me despite it. It grows in perseverance's soil, watered by prayers spoken in honesty and belief in my perfect timing. Look beyond circumstances to the eternal truth of who you are in my eyes. Beloved, cherished, infinitely precious. Fear's lies seek to obscure this identity, but I illuminate it with the light of my unwavering commitment. Your journey through doubt and anxiety is no detour, but part of the path I prepared. Each struggle draws you closer into my embrace where peace surpasses understanding and joy rises from ashes. I call you now to release anxious striving's burden, surrender frantic control, and step into the rest I offer. In sacred surrender, you find freedom. Freedom from lies telling you are alone or forsaken. I am with you always, weaving purpose through uncertainties and turning your trembling heart toward hope. Will you believe me this time, beloved? Will you trust that in struggle you are never forgotten or forsaken? Take a deep breath. With trembling hands and humble spirit, reach out to me. Whisper your fears, pour out doubts, invite my peace to settle like gentle rain upon your soul. Let this truth settle in you. Your weakness is my strength perfected. Your fear is the canvas for my courage. Your anxiety is held in my hands of endless love. Walk forward not by sight, but by strong, steady trust that I am working all things together for your good. Even when unseen, you are not alone on this journey. I am your constant companion, your unshakable foundation. Let your heart rest in the truth that my love transcends every fear and doubt stalking your mind. Stand firm, beloved, for your breakthrough's dawn is coming. Embrace this moment, even in struggle, for it is fertile ground where faith blossoms anew. If your heart stirs, do not turn away. Lean into me and discover peace surpassing all understanding. My beloved, as you traverse your heart's quiet chambers, I see restless echoes of feeling lost, abandoned, unseen. These are not foreign to me, though heavy upon you. When shadows stretch long and faces turn away, when your voice is swallowed by silence blanketing your soul, know this: you are never outside my sight. You have not been overlooked or forgotten. The loneliness pressing upon you, the creeping sense your story paused mid-sentence. These are moments when your spirit feels exiled from warmth. Yet even there I weave a tapestry of purpose only your heart can carry. There is sacredness in feeling lost, though it may not seem so now. In your confusion's wilderness and aching isolation, I am present, not as distant observer, but unyielding companion walking beside you every step. What seems barren is fertile soil for new understanding and intimacy's birth. You ask, why do I feel invisible when I long to be seen? This longing testifies to the place within you I designed to fill with my presence, where your true identity flourishes beyond what eyes perceive or words describe. Those moments of abandonment invite you to lean deeper into me, to lift eyes past void and trust unseen grace threads binding us, pulling a new way forward. Consider, the night sky is velvet dark to naked eye, but I've covered it with countless stars, each a light burning with my promise and power. So your life may feel like endless darkness at times, with no light to guide your steps. Yet just beneath surface, my light lingers, persistent, waiting to burst forth in breathtaking brilliance. When you cannot find your way or hear my voice above fear's chorus, know my heartbeat is steady beneath stillness, and I am calling you home to a place where you are never unseen or unloved. There is sacred calling in your pain. It is not wasted or ignored. Invisibility and abandonment serve as fiery furnace, shaping you into a vessel refined by my love and persistence. Do not rush this season or dismiss emotions as weakness or failure. They are signals from your innermost being, prompting reflection and transformation. True belonging is not found in fleeting approval or circumstance, but in deep, unalterable truth. You are my child, etched into my heart, carried through every valley, celebrated in every grace rhythm. Let me remind you, nothing you face, even deepest shadow of feeling lost, can separate you from that truth. Remember how often I have heard cries of those cast aside by their world, how I turned desolation in dance, despair into hope. Your present moment is neither end nor sum of your story. It is a vivid, temporary chapter in a grand narrative authored by my everlasting love. When your soul feels abandoned, reach out with trembling heart whispers, I am older than time, infinitely kinder than any disappointment you carry. My love does not waver in silence of deepest pain. It grows more deeply rooted there. Even when unseen, my hand moves ceaselessly to lift you from shadows into radiant belonging. If willing, come apart with me now in stillness. Let walls around your brokenness fall gently, brick by brick. Share with me places you feel unseen, hidden corners you dare not show another soul. In this sacred vulnerability, find me waiting with open arms, eager to meet you, not as judge, but healer and redeemer. I demand no perfection or understanding. I only ask your willingness to be known. The intimacy that follows is more precious than gold. It restores your weary spirit and reclaims what the world tries to steal. Beloved, your journey through abandonment is not solitary. Though isolating, I am with you every step, invisible to world's arms but always present when you seek me. Let this truth settle in you. You are never forsaken. Even when voices falter and your own shakes with doubt, I am the unshakable presence whispering, you are mine. You belong unequivocally. Let that truth seep deep, knitting your fragmented soul. Let it become your stronghold in storm. In uncertainty, cultivate remembrance. Recall my faithfulness in past seasons, when I pulled you from dark places and made a way where none seemed. Your story is woven with my fingerprints, a masterpiece of resilience and grace. When you feel invisible or unworthy, call my name and feel the fierce love of a father who delights unconditionally in his children. This steadiness of heart is your refuge, your anchor amid emotional whirlwinds attempting to unsettle your peace. If your heart stirs now, reaching for hope despite heaviness, do not turn away. This restlessness is divine invitation to step deeper into my arms and receive healing and assurance longed for. Feeling lost or forgotten is transformed by belief in my unwavering presence and purpose. Walk with me into light of knowing you are irreplaceable, deeply loved, eternally cherished. I am shaping you here in quiet, preparing you to shine brilliantly as testimony of my compassion and faithfulness. Remember always, every tear shed is precious to me. Every ache a sacred thread binding you to my heart. You are never lost, never truly alone, never unseen. Allow gentle certainty of my love to flood your soul. This is where true belonging begins. From here you rise stronger, more rooted in your divine identity than ever before. Let this truth become your song when night feels endless, a melody of hope whispered softly yet powerfully into your spirit. Will you believe me this time, beloved? Will you rest in assurance that you are seen, held, treasured beyond measure? My beloved, as you journey through your soul's labyrinth, grappling with shadows and seeking light. I whisper now, pressing truth deep into your being. You are mine, forged in my image, cherished beyond measure, destined not merely to exist, but to thrive in boundless expanse of my love. No mistake, failure, or doubt defines you better than imprint of my hand. A hand that crafted stars yet tenderly shaped you in secret places only I could see. You have wrestled with night, felt loneliness's cold fingers, questioned if my warmth truly reaches you. Yet consider, even when night seems endless, dawn waits faithfully beyond horizon, painted with grace and new mercies. I am that dawn, always coming, relentlessly pursuing you, not with wrath or condemnation, but with love bending space and time to hold you close. Your story, marked by struggles and triumphs, is sacred tapestry in my hands, a tapestry woven with redemption, forgiveness, unending hope. No place so dark where my light cannot reach, no wound so deep my touch cannot heal. You may feel sting of past choices, weight of shame like it defines you. It does not. Those burdens are not chains, but weights you are invited to lay down at my feet, where grace overflows like an endless river. I have called forth a new song in your heart, melody of release and renewal, louder than guilt's voice. Breathe deeply this new song. Feel its cadence with restored heart's beat. Let this truth settle deep. You are forgiven wholly and completely, and in my eyes, you are righteousness clothed in mercy. The road ahead may twist through unknown valleys, tempests may roar where faith feels faint. Yet remember, dear child, I am steadfast rock beneath your feet, shelter in every storm. When doubt creeps and horizon blurs with uncertainty, lean on my promises, unshaken, anchored not in fleeting things, but my eternal nature. Trust is not absence of fear, but decision to journey forward with me despite it. Will you believe me this time when I say I hold your hand, leading you toward destiny? Will you surrender hesitation and step into fullness of life I have for you? Your identity is not a question mark suspended in trembling limbo. It is declaration, a hallmark stamped on your soul, proclaiming you belong to family of light. I have invited you into my presence, not as stranger or guest, but beloved heir. Child no longer wandering seeking approval or acceptance, because all you require is found in my embrace. This fellowship is sacred, intimate, healing. When loneliness whispers, remember silent companionship of my spirit, never weary or distracted. I see you fully and unconditionally, delighting in mosaic of your true self. Purpose pulses within like living embers, waiting to burst into flames, illuminating paths not yet walked. Do not be discouraged by waiting seasons or silence. Those are crucibles where faith is refined, destiny tempered. I shape you patiently, teaching trust in right rhythms, when to press forward, when to rest beneath my shade. Your calling is unique. World leans on your God-given gifts to breathe new hope into weary places. Walk boldly in this truth. I am endlessly pleased with you. Remember, dear one, everything you have experienced, the broken pieces, healing, waiting, faith folded and unfolded, is part of divine narrative I am authoring. You are not lost. Though fog may cloud vision, you are never abandoned. Even if silence falls like heavy snow over your heart, I am ever present, the one who calls your name tenderly in tumult and stillness. Feel my arms around you now, thicker than darkest night, warmer than brightest morning sun. As you rise into new understanding of yourself and me, let fire of my love kindle unshakable confidence within you. Step forward knowing I go before you, crafting every detail with divine precision and care. You are destined for great things, not because of your strength, but because my power is perfected in your weakness. Let go of fear, doubling back, and embrace path illuminated by my truth. Your life is testament of my grace, living song of redemption played out in every heartbeat. My beloved, if these words stirred something within you, Do not let them drift away like morning mist. They were not crafted for passing comfort. They were a reminder from my heart to yours that you are seen, cherished, and carried through every storm. But this is not the end. This is only the beginning of what I long to show you. Every moment you return here is a step deeper into my presence. Every message on this channel is a whisper of my love, reaching out to remind you, you are not forgotten, you are not forsaken, you are mine. So come back, not just for more words, but for more of me. Come back when your heart is heavy. Come back when you're unsure. Come back when you simply need to remember that I am still near. Subscribe, beloved, not just to this channel, but to my voice calling you home. Turn on notifications so you never miss a moment I've prepared just for you. Share this with someone else who needs a divine reminder today, because what you felt here, it was not a video, it was a visitation, and I am waiting to meet you here again and again and again. Come back soon, my child. I have more to say, and your heart is ready to hear it. Amen.